Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Psychic Side here on the A1R Psychic Radio Network, Moonstruck TV, the #1 psychic radio network on Earth. We're delighted to have you here today. I appreciate you joining me. I'm John Cappello, and I'm your host. I am a psychic medium from the Dallas, Texas area. So I'm hoping that you'll join me today and listen to some of the things that I have to say. We are a program that is debunks the skeptics because we believe very much in psychic ability, and we want you to as well because we believe that being psychic is part of a healthy lifestyle. And the simple reason for that is because it helps you be in touch with who you are. It helps you be in touch with your feelings, your visions, your hearing, everything. And so if you're in touch with who you are and you're recognizing the signs and symbols that are coming to you from the design, then you may be able to recognize health issues. You may be able to recognize things that you normally wouldn't be paying attention to. So being psychic is a healthy lifestyle, and I'm glad that you're listening to our program today. And so, we've been talking a little bit about the Middle East. We've been talking a little bit about things going on in the world. I talk about astrology. I talk a little bit about mediumship, of course, psychic ability. It's something that's very much in my life. Last weekend, I went to Abilene, Texas, where we had our astral projection workshop. We had a few students there. It was a fun weekend, and I'm glad that I had so many people show up. We did a lot of aura pictures, so it was also a good thing. So this week, I'm still very concerned about what's going on in the Middle East because of the sneaky tragedies that have gone on as far as the strategy is concerned by the people that want to annihilate an entire group of people, an entire civilization of people, and their allies are very diabolical as well. Last week we talked about the angel Lucifer and how Lucifer was such a conniver and such a person of jealousy. And this is what's happening now. We have so many people jealous of, like the Israelis, the Jewish people, that they will stop at nothing, even go to the point to where they will kill themselves or have their families killed, and it's part of a derangement syndrome. And we see that derangement syndrome spilling over into our country and to other countries that are supporting the activities of October 7th. And I'm just going to say it that way because if you want to annihilate an entire group of people, there's something wrong. That's derangement. I'm also glad, though, that the media is being called out about it because their behavior is just absolutely abominable. And we've been saying that for quite a long time. And astrologically, we see Saturn in the third house of the United States. And the third house is the house of communication, where we also right now have Neptune residing there. It's not residing there, it's transiting there. So it's transiting there, and that's media for me. And it's always about illusion. It's always about setting things up that aren't real. And that's what's going on right now. The media is setting things up that aren't real by supporting or acting like they support Hamas. So not all of them, but the legacy media just is disgraceful. So I'm seeing astrology work. You're seeing astrology work. You're seeing how the planets work in real time. You need to get your chart done and see how the planets work in your life. And so you're not with me, it's with someone else. So I hope that you will have a little bit better respect for astrology after you see how powerful it is. So I've been talking a lot about angels in the past few weeks. I've been talking a little bit about the archangels, and I've been talking about Gabriel. I talked about Uriel. I talked about Michael. I've talked a little bit about Raphael, the doctor angel. But I want to kind of wrap it up in this week if I can, and just before we go to our first caller, I'm going to go ahead and just give you the names of some some of the other, well, the 15, I call them the big 15, because the archangels have been expanded in so many ways to from to 7 to 15. The 15 are Ariel, Azrael, Shamuel, Gabriel, Haniel, Jeremiel. Then you have Michael, you have Raguel, you have Uriel, you have Jophiel, you have Raphael, Zadkiel, Metatron, and Raziel. So before the end of the show, I hope I'm able to give you a little bit about each one, just at least one word, so that you'll know which angel to ask for guidance or to give you a little bit of insight. So let's go to our first caller. And who is that? I thought we had a first
Brandy.
caller. Hi, Brandy. How are you today?
Hi.
Okay.
I'm doing
Brandy,
good. How are you?
fine, fine. That's good. You're in Saratoga Springs, Utah. Great. That's great. So Brandy, it just seems like you have a lot on your mind today. Lots of decisions to make around you.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Is
I
one of them
do.
where you want? Okay. Do you happen to be either a Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces? Either any of those signs?
Capricorn.
Oh, you're Capricorn. Okay. Well, Capricorn's really going through it. Capricorn is going through the last stages of Pluto being leaving that sign. Actually, today it's 27 degrees Capricorn, which is right on the money where it was during the American Revolution. And for you, Capricorn is all about endings, okay? And so big endings, so like a way of life. So you are trying to let go of some things. So is that right? Are you trying to let go maybe of the way you live or where you live, and just kind of wanting a new scene for things?
You know yes, yes. In some areas, yes.
Okay.
Not
It doesn't have
moving.
to be
I
in
mean,
all
this is a new
areas.
beginning for us. But
Okay.
trying to have a new life in grief. Also trying to go down the health field, trying to change my way of living,
For
eating.
Okay. Okay. You wanna upgrade, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So when you say it's like I say, you just want to let go of maybe some of the past, some of the things that have held you back in the past, and look forward to the future, because the past can weigh us down, and if we get drugged back into it, we can't change it. And if there are people that were in the past that we can't that that won't work with us, then we just gotta let them go. You know. So, did you just recently move to Utah? Is where or have you been in Utah all this time?
Yeah, I've been in Utah all this time, just a new area,
New area. Okay.
a lot
Okay.
further away from what I'm used to. But I love it here.
Okay.
It's peaceful.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's a good sign. But you said you were in grief as well. Do you have a mother or grandmother in spirit?
Both of my kids, my son and daughter.
Oh, both your son and daughter are in spirit. Oh my. I was seeing a woman in spirit. I thought it was, but do you have is your mother still here, or is she in spirit?
My mom's still here, but I have a grandma who was
A
really close
grandmother.
to me, like my mother.
Okay, okay. So this might be grandmother and your daughter that want to come in first. It just feels like your children didn't die at the same time or anything, did they?
No, a year apart from each other.
Okay, but it was close. It was because it just almost feels like one was gone, and then the next one was gone as well. So
Yeah.
it just feels like they're both in the arms of grandmother. Okay, uh, it it just feels like maybe mother wasn't as dependable as you wanted her to be. Is that right?
Um, she had a different choice of
Okay, all
lifestyle
right,
than
okay,
what I would like.
okay. Well, that's
I'm really close to her. now.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that I'm glad that you are, but I, I I'm just these children they seem such a strange circumstances. There weren't any drugs involved or anything like that, was there?
Yes, there was.
Okay, for both of them.
Yes,
Okay, so basically they
they
both overdosed.
both of them. Yes,
Yeah. Okay. All right.
one.
Gosh, I
Grandma,
you
go let
know,
her in.
sometimes when people take their own lives, it takes them a little while to come in. Okay, and so go ahead.
My daughter died in custody.
In custody. Okay.
And
Okay.
then
Okay. But there were some she may have been there because of drugs or something, but it just doesn't feel like these were I can't say normal circumstances, but hard circumstances, and the grief is palatable. Brandy, it just feels like we have to spend a couple of minutes here to just get through this. I just feel like there was a lot of deception around you. Um, and I don't know if has your son ever been violent or anything?
no, no,
Okay. Because, well, maybe the death was because it was involved some drugs. I just feel like there was violence around him. So, what question do you have for me today?
um, I miss them. I mean, my daughter was put in a bad position. Um, things going on around her, and I was
Hmm.
trying to help her.
Hmm.
I know with my son, I don't know if it was accidental or on purpose. Him and his wife were going through a lot, and a lot with the kids.
Hmm.
And I, I, I don't know. I just,
Well, it's just
I wanted to see what you had to say.
well, it's difficult for me to say definitively that he intentionally took his life. We never want to believe that. But he did use some drugs that he should not have used. And sometimes people they want to see if they can get a bigger high, and they accidentally, use too much. So, but this is a young man who's sorry for what he did, and this is a person. We've been talking a little bit about the archangels, and there's an archangel called Jeremiel. It's Jeremiel. And I want you to kind of look up that angel because this is an angel about life review. And this is an angel that comes to us when we've had difficulties in life and helps us kind of review life of what happened to us. And so let's hope that this particular angel is around both of your kids because both of them had some things that they needed to clear up, and so we want to hope that these angels are there and that and other archangels. I'll get into them in just a little bit, but I want you to know that both of your children are safe. I think your grandmother is around them and is trying to take care of them. But these were both circumstances that were difficult, and so we have to just pray for them and send healing to them. Okay.
Okay, I do have a question. When my son
Okay.
passed, he left me a big blessing, 5 of them. Um, so I adopted in April my 5 grandchildren. My youngest is a special needs child, and
Hmm.
just want to kind of see, if you see my future with them, how you see things going. Um, anything, any messages, anything there?
Okay. Yeah, I hear you. It just sounds. Well, I just feel like this, like you said, you are starting this new beginning. You're letting go of a lot of the past, so I feel like you're setting a structure. I do want you to watch your health because I think that you're burning the candle on both ends. and that's not going to be good if you have five youngsters that are looking up to you. This is a really big task for you to take on five children, but I do feel like it's going to work out okay. I think that as the older ones get stronger and get better, or more capable, that they're going to be there to help you. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Okay. Bye bye. Okay. So before I go to Georgianne in Suffolk, Virginia, I believe that's who it is. I want to just mention to you that these other archangels that we've been talking about. You have Ariel, who's the nature angel. Haniel, which is about intuition and your developing your some of your clairvoyance, but intuition is in general. And of course, we all know about Michael. Michael's about protection. Sandalphon, Sandalphon is the tallest of all of the angels, and he and his brother Metatron, they were the only two archangels that lived in human form. They became archangels, and Sandalphon, I think he wears a hat. Okay, he's also a musician. He's the angel for musicians. And then we talk a lot about Azrael, the angel of death. And by the way, the angel of death is a good thing because when you walk into a new place, especially you walk into the other world, you'd like to have somebody there to help you do that, and that's Azrael. And then Jeremiel is about life review. He's probably one of the first angels you will meet and talk to you about what you did and tell you what areas that you needed some help, and he'll be there to help you. Now, Raguel is another angel that helps you heal arguments. So if you've been having some problems with someone, then you might want to call on Raguel to help you. You know, last week we talked a little about Uriel. He is a wisdom angel and he protects against watchers. So sometimes people feel like they're being watched by others, and or they feel like they're being watched by evil spirits. Uriel's the one to call for that. Then Shamuel is about courage. Jophiel is positivity. Raphael is the doctor. Zadkiel helps with memory and forgiveness. Gabriel is all about the messages. Metatron is for wisdom with kids. And Raziel is action into wisdom. So we got them all in there. And so now we can go to our caller. And what is your name, ma'am?
Georgianne Hills.
Georgianne. Okay. So Georgianne, I don't know why I'm saying this, but have you had some problems around your house lately, or have you had any flooding or water damage or anything?
Not flooding or water damage, having problems with a neighbor.
Oh, with something around the house, is that person trying to damage something, or is he being?
He's just harassing us. Every time we go out the house, he'll blink the lights and shine lights into my bedroom window all night long.
It's nuts.
Just a crazy neighbor.
Crazy neighbor. You know what you ought to do? You ought to get a mirror and put it on your window so that
I
light
have.
shines back. Okay.
It
Okay.
doesn't work.
Oh, it doesn't
I
work.
ended up putting aluminum foil because it's my
Yeah.
shower and you can't put a
Yeah.
curtain. So I put aluminum foil up to block it.
Yeah.
But he's still doing it. I'm trying to get a court date, but
Yeah.
I don't know. The system is crazy.
Yeah. It's hard for me I mean, I saw the problems around your house. I just want to make sure that he doesn't do any property damage or try to poison dogs or do something like that. So I'd be aware of it. So I don't know if you could put up a bigger fence to
No,
around
my
the
fence
area
is
or something like that.
It goes
Your
around
fence
the
is
whole
8 foot.
yard.
Yeah, and he still can shine light into your shower.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Sometimes people do that because they want to buy your property. Okay, and they
We've been here 30 years. He just moved in 3 years ago, and it's been the neighbor from hell the whole time he moved in. He stole
Yeah.
from us and then got charged for that. And it was just one
Hmm.
thing after the other. Then he
Hmm.
got 5 of my nurses' aides quit on me because of him. He called
Yeah.
them out of their name. And it's
Yeah.
just been one thing after another for the last 3
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. Well, he's trying to get you to move. He's
Oh, but that ain't
that's
happening. My house is almost paid off.
yeah. Well, I know. I'm just telling you that that's what it's it. I think there's something really wrong with him, but I also think he's trying to get you to move, trying to get you to leave. Of course, he's trying to harass
Right.
you, and so it's sad that people do that. But a lot of times when people have property, and the neighbor does adverse things like that, then it's something that you're going to have to keep fighting him on, because it's kind of a war of attrition at the moment. So there may
Right.
also be an opportunity to maybe make him an offer to buy him out. But it just seems like it just feels like that's his main goal.
Well,
But
he lost his job about 3 months ago, so I'm waiting
yeah.
for it to get foreclosed. Hopefully.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, when it forecloses, maybe you can, if you purchase the property, if you can, then you can make sure that you don't have that kind of neighbor move in. All right, because you don't want an
Right.
investor to move in, because if an investor buys it, then you're going to have a renter next to you. So, and you never know what's going
Right.
to happen there. So, uh, but um, but I think protecting yourself, surround yourself with white light, and I don't, I, I'm not sure how I can. What question do you have for me?
I'm trying to
Oh,
open my third eye, and I've just been trying to get in touch with spirit guides to help me with that. Do you have any other suggestions how to open it so I can do mediumship?
okay. Uh, well, if you want to do mediumship, it's not just about the third eye. The mediumship is extensions of each of your psychic senses, because the third eye is only the clairvoyant portion of mediumship. You
Oh,
see.
okay.
So, because you can feel spirit, you can hear spirit, you can just know spirit is around. Sometimes you can smell spirit, sometimes you can taste their presence. Okay. So,
Yeah.
mediumship
Okay.
is a little bit of everything. But what I suggest you do is learn about your psychic senses first, because if you learn about your psychic senses, then you'll understand when mediumship comes in, because psychic ability mainly works with energy that surrounds you, okay? But mediumship
Okay.
is sensing a presence beyond your personal space. What do you think
Oh,
mediumship
okay.
is? What do you think mediumship is? Just seeing spirits?
Yeah, getting in touch with spirit and being able
Okay,
to communicate with them. Um,
okay.
I guess
Well,
telepathically or through your senses.
well, through your senses. But see, there's more than one type of mediumship too. There's a physical mediumship. Sometimes people have a physical guide and who manifest things like through apports. There's trance mediums. There's mediums who channel angels or other guides or other entities. And then you have evidential mediumship. And evidential mediumship is the type of medium that I am, that recognizes an entity beyond your personal space and tries to give you information that you can validate. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm teaching a class in that. Matter of fact, next week I'm going to see if we can't start having my students on to give readings, because they need live people to do that with.
That I
And so they
volunteer anytime. Just
well, but
keep in touch with me.
well, you have to keep in touch with me, and you have to take my classes, because I don't let just anybody take a
Okay.
class. You have to go through the psychic certification first and learn
Oh,
what's going
okay.
on. You have to,
Right.
if you're going to learn something, you want to learn it the right way, because if you don't learn it the right way, you're going to get discouraged, and you're not going to stick with it. And it sounds like you want to stick with it, so it's worth the time, it's worth the effort. You can get my book, Soul Exercises for the Open Mind. It's a psychic development book, and I don't have the mediumship book written yet, but I plan to get it written sometime. But I'm in the third
Okay.
class. I'm in the third class
What
of
was
my
the name of that
mediumship
again?
course. It's called Soul Exercises for the Open Mind.
Mine.
Okay,
Okay.
it's on Amazon. Okay, look my name up. Just
Okay.
go to John Cappello Books on Amazon, and you'll find all my books there. Okay.
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 And
Good
I
luck with
also
your
have a
neighbor.
question. Tomorrow is my birthday. Do you see any of my spirit people around me?
Okay. Um, I'm going to give you. I'm. The spirit guys I'm seeing around you are a bear and a lion. Okay. And so those are, you have the king of the forest and you have the king of the jungle. So I feel like this feeling of being under attack by this neighbor is bringing out these kinds of guides to be around you. So you're going to be a
Oh,
force to be
okay.
reckoned with your spirit guides. So work with them, look them up on the internet, and see what kind of energy you can draw from them. Okay.
Okay. The bear and the lion. Okay.
The bear and the lion. Okay. All right.
Because
Okay. So,
when I practice mediumship, I always see a
mhm,
white owl.
okay, that means change. So, but I'm going to have to go. But thank you very much for your call and stay in touch. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Bye bye. So I'm delighted to be able to do readings for you. I'm glad that we've had a couple of interesting readings today. Sad situations with people being mean, and we've talked a little bit about this Pluto energy, and we talked a little bit about derangement in the last week, and so we can see how this lady's neighbor is facing that type of derangement. So what we're going to do is we're going to start wrapping it up here on the psychic side. So I want to thank my sponsor, Miracles of Joy, for being so loyal to me. It's been so kind to do that. They have promo codes PS0223 to use on their website to get a 25% discount. I sure appreciate all of you listening to me. Check me out on Moonstruck TV. Call me for a reading or go to my website, get a reading. And thank you so much for being a part of my show. You can also like me on Facebook or on Instagram. I have a presence there. So I hope that you'll look me up there. So once again, thank you so much for joining me here on the psychic side. I'm John Cappello, and this is the A1R Psychic Radio Network, Moonstruck TV. Talk to you next week. Bye-bye.